Good morning, people. I hope everyone's doing well on this fine morning. I have some new things for the car, as you could tell by this very long box. Yeah, it's gonna be fun driving with that. I also have a small one down there. You guys will see what those are in a minute, but I'm not gonna be installing this today, but I'll show you what it is. Boxes, the small one down there, I do have to go get something from Walmart so I can actually install it. So let's just jump to that. So this is what I ended up getting. It's an Everstart auto electrical repair kit. It's pretty much everything I need. It's not going to be a lot because what we're going to be doing today is actually changing the fourth brake light because it just doesn't match the red Valentis that I have on it, and it's kind of ugly. I mean, I guess it's fine, but I'll show you guys what I got. I actually got like a smoked LED. I don't know if these are the Valentis or not, but I got this one, and comes with all of the wiring and everything that I need. So yeah. As far as this, these are actually new side skirts that I got for the car. I'm not going to be throwing them on today. I might test fit them to see if they actually fit or not. But I need to get them paint matched, or worst comes to worst, I'll just wrap them, because I know paint matching can be expensive, so we'll see. So what I'm gonna have to do now is I'm gonna have to remove this plastic trim piece. It's held in by 3 little push tabs. You use a flathead screwdriver or pry tool. And then after I remove that, I'm gonna actually have to take off the lining with these pop clips or whatever. And I'm gonna have to remove this side a little bit, just so I can gain access to the wiring in the back. And then after I get all of that done, I'm gonna lift up the car and go underneath. I'll show you all what you need to do. I know it's held in by 2 10mm bolts and 2 push tabs or whatever, and yeah, so it was just 3 tabs that you had to remove, and obviously save those. You're gonna need them to put them back. And as soon as you get access to this area, what you're gonna need to do is you're gonna need to unplug this cord, this pin right here. Just remove it, and then afterwards I'm gonna start removing this panel. So you really only need to remove this top one right here, because it gives you enough room to just move it to the side. You don't need to remove the whole thing, because obviously that right there is gonna be plugged in. You don't want to have to unplug that, and there's just one clip. What I'm gonna need to do next is I'm gonna need to remove this rubber gasket and kind of just pull on the line. Alright, rubber gasket's out. You just gotta pull on it. Obviously don't break the cable, but you're gonna need to save this piece right here. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna go lift up the car and start taking this piece out now. I wouldn't recommend jacking up the car that way. I kind of have to because my exhaust sits too low for me to reach the axle. Alright, so let's see what we're working with. Also, another thing to note, depending on what exhaust setup you have, this is going to be easier or harder for you. It's pretty easy for me. I don't have a big muffler in the middle, so I have a lot of room to work with. What it's going to be is there's going to be two 10mm bolts. And then before you get started with that, what you want to do is twist these lights out. Man, I'm struggling. Okay, it's that way. So, twist these bulbs out. Damn, that's hard. Hold up. I'm gonna get this out real quick. Alright, I got this one out. I had to use some tools to get it out. It's kind of tight. And then that cord's actually gonna run along these clips, and you're just gonna want to take them out. This piece comes out, so don't take that out. And then there's another clip that the wire runs along. And obviously this installation is gonna be easier for me because I don't have a second exhaust tip that's gonna be running out this side. So I have a lot more room to work with. I got the bulbs out now. There's gonna be a little hole leads up to the trunk. And then I'll show you guys what to do after that. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take off these 10mm bolts, then two little push tabs right here. I'm also gonna remove those, and then the light will come out after, also making sure that I don't break this little tab piece here. So I'll cut to that now. Okay, I got those bolts out right there, and then two little push tabs. So what we do now is it will just come right out. There's nothing else holding it. Just make sure you don't damage this little piece right here. Awesome. Okay, got this baby out. Old, new. Also, this one's LED, it doesn't use bulbs, so that's why I have to do some wiring to make sure that it's gonna work. I think I have to tap into the brake lights. I'm not sure. I'm gonna look it up, and then I'll let you guys know what the process is like. Also, I can't wait to see how that looks right there. Alright, so I got all the bolts and everything, and holy, this is what they look like. Wow. It looks much better. Alright, I'm gonna get started with the wiring, and I'll let you guys know how that goes too. Alright, I got the cable out. So what you should do is you really should remove the pins from this connector that plugs into there from the stock harness, but I don't really plan on reusing this light really at all, so I kind of just snipped it so I could get this off because I didn't have the tool to depin the things from the connector. So now I got the rubber gasket out. I'm gonna slide the new cable in and get it routed up. I'm gonna put this on too. So alright, let me show you what I've done so far. So under here, the cable, the new one that's gonna run down here, it's gonna be all color coordinated. So there's gonna be 3 pins: brown and black to brown and black, blue and black to blue and black, and green and black to green and black. Very simple. Best thing you could do is tuck it along the same clips, or like the wire liners, whatever they're called, right here, and also right here. If you were to have a second exhaust, obviously it wouldn't be touching, you'd be good. You're gonna run it all the way up to the hole that you can see from up there as well. And once you do, you also need to make sure that you have the rubber gasket go up with it. And then as soon as you get it up here, I already have it pushed in. I had to cut and modify it a little bit, so it's just a little shorter. I cut off about this much so it could fit the new cable, and no water's gonna get in, nothing. This cable is gonna be the perfect length to come all the way over here to connect to the connector again. So what we're left with is now this brown wire and black wire. Black wire is going to be your ground, and what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to strip the wire so you can ground it, loosen up this bolt, and it's going to connect to your ground. This, I still got to figure out what to do with it. Pretty sure it connects to my headlight, or sorry, my tail light, but we'll see. I have to look it up real quick and I'll show you guys afterwards. Alright, I got the ground all in. I just used one of these connectors. Also, make sure to use electrical tape. You don't want exposed wiring showing or anything, especially for the ground. So this brown wire though is actually going to connect to the taillight harness, and it's going to connect to this red cable right here. So it's brown to red. Okay, so what you have to do is run the brown wire to the red wire and the stock taillight harness, and then same thing pretty much for the blue. What you have to do is you kind of have to splice it. What I did was, with the extra harness that it came with, was there's only a black cable that you see, but it also did come with a blue one. I actually ripped out some of it and cut the length so I can get extra wire to the harness. What you're gonna do is you're gonna run and connect blue to blue, and what you do is you bring this wire all the way over here and you connect it to the green one. So it's gonna be green to blue and it's gonna be brown to red. I could have spliced it a little bit better, but the connections are pretty solid and they're both pretty secure, so they both work. As far as the lights, I did test them. They actually do work now. They get power and everything, reverse, whatnot, but you can't really see them in the daytime. So when I show you guys, it'll be at night, so it'll be a little bit from now. But yeah, and make sure to just kind of clean up your wiring as much as possible. Obviously the liner is going to kind of cover it, but you want to make sure you don't have exposed wires or anything. Make sure your work is just clean. And then pretty much after you test everything, it should be time to just put everything back where it goes. I would also recommend, if you need like a basic kit, I got this EverStart kit from Walmart. It was only 15 bucks and it came with everything that I need, so yeah, I'd recommend getting that before doing this. Or if you have the tools already, then you're good. So I'll cut to the results. So this is how it's looking at night. It looks so good. I'll show you guys what braking in reverse looks like. So yeah, that's what it's looking like. I gotta say, I'm in love. It's great.